Well, hello to all my Yellowjackets out there, buzz girls. My name is EJ, and in this video, we are going to be diving into Yellowjackets Season 2, Episode 2, We Need to Take a Bite Out of the Edible Complex. This season for me, there is a clear-cut line in the sand of the great story and the okay story. I really love everything in the flashbacks. You give me those girls and the couple guys in the woods trying to survive, and I am hooked each time. I loved all the weird stuff with like Shauna and Jackie today. I thought that was such a good moment. I really thought that showed a lot of the mental health that's going on here, but also like Shauna feels so isolated and guilty. I thought all of that had a lot of complex conversations there. We also have the weird like Nat Lottie like threesome relationship coming on with Homeboy as well, and I'm like, oh, what is going on here? Like, where is Javi? There is so many questions being answered or asked in these flashback sections that I am thoroughly enjoying it. Though when we get to the more adult stories, I don't know, Shauna's daughter is annoying the hell out of me. Tessa, honey, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? That whole reveal shook me. I was like, oh my God, it made me uncomfortable to see a mother being a mother. And then I'm just like, oh, just what a great ass moment. That was probably the strongest part. Also, I do get the Elijah Wood is coming next episode kind of bit. So there is stuff to enjoy. I just find the flashback stuff so much more compelling. There's a lot of stuff happening there that is obviously setting up the modern stuff. I mean, the whole Lottie Nat reveal about... Is Lottie lying? Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I liked all of that. I really thought this was a good episode. I just am purely like, I just want to spend time in the flashback. I want to spend time. Every time we go to the forward story, I'm just like, but there's a good conversations happening. I think what I'm waiting for in the modern story is for all of our characters to come together. We got that a little bit at the end of last season with the finale and kind of like that, the reunion stuff. I like that, and I kind of want that again. It feels very disconnected again, and I need to rebuild to where we were with all of our characters together. I get it, it's the start of a season. It just felt like such a backwards leap from where we were with all of our characters together, all of the story progressing. We're getting the good, I mean, I love this cast. As much as I love them as younger people, they're really good as adults, and the chemistry is still there. I just want them together. I don't know if that's like a weird request, and maybe I'm just rushing the storytelling, but get these characters together. Like, what I'm hoping for is all of them have to like invade Lottie's cult. Like Misty's trying to get like Shauna and Thaisa, like all of the girls like, hey, let's go, let's figure some shit out. I want that. I really think that's going to be where we're leading to. It's just the journey to get there on the adult section is a bit much, but oh my goodness, the girls ate a girl. The girls ate a girl, and we need to talk about that right now. Just like last week, we're going to be separating the stories. We're going to be talking about the modern day story first, and then we'll talk about the more juicy flashback stuff, because that's where all the stuff to sink our teeth into. Okay, I'm running out of cannibal puns. But anyways, in the modern story, what I thought was one of the more intriguing parts is we're learning about Travis's mysterious death as Lottie is trying to let like Nat know what's going on. She lets her know about the last moments of Travis's life. He was going crazy. He went to the woods, and then Lottie was trying to help him out with something, but then she had a vision of Laura Lee or whatever that girl was who died, and I'm just like, oh my God. And then she said, when I woke up from the vision, he was hung up 5 feet in the air, and I'm like, no. Lies and slander. Like, oh my goodness, I like the Lottie character because there's always like something brewing. Even in the flashback stuff, there's always something under the surface with her. Yeah, I like that we're exploring the weird love triangle that is the Lottie, Nat, and Travis stuff, and then where Travis is in the present story. Well, he's out there. So I like this stuff, and I thought that was really compelling. More of the cult. There's a lot of weird shit there that I really need more of. Again, when all the girls get there, that's going to be when it's really intriguing. So we have the Lottie, Nat stuff, where we get the Travis backstory, but we also jump to Thaisa trying to figure out how to keep the evil side of her gone. She doesn't have Van here to basically tie her down. There's a moment in the flashback where she's like almost jumping off a cliff. Oh, so yeah, she's trying to do everything she can to stay awake. I mean, this is giving me Nightmare on Elm Street realness. Like, let's take the hypnosil, let's take the all the coffee that we can drink. She's trying to stay awake, but it's not working. Like, she has this whole weird fantasy sequence where she thinks she's with her son, and there's all this stuff, and I'm like, you're uncomfortable because you're like, oh my god, she's on the verge of a psychotic break, and what is her child doing here? Oh, it's all a fantasy, and then she gets into a massive car accident. That stuff. I want to know what's the diagnosis of her character. We'll probably figure it out eventually, and I really need Van to show up. She's going to be the one to ground this character. Maybe they can start a nice relationship. Tyson can stop trying to run for office and things, or she's technically won the position, but she can stop trying that job and work on her mental health. But I do think she needs Van to make that work, because man, that real trippy scene in the house where we really didn't know what was going on, I like that, because much like the Lottie kind of flashback story, we're dealing with unreliable narrators. We're dealing with characters that aren't in the best mental health, and we're having to follow the story from their perspective, and it could get twisted and manipulated, and I like that this was a great example of doing that. It really made the episode that much stronger, because it adds a level of, oh wow, anything can happen. Before we get to Shauna and the cops come in, and oh my gosh, she's trying to talk to the one cop, Jeff? No, that's her husband, Kyle? I don't know. Before we get into all that mess, Misty is still talking to her mysterious man. Cute. Yeah, she figures out some stuff with some invisible ink. He decides he's going to help her. That stuff, it's there. It's in the background. That's mostly going to be what next week is. But Shauna, girl, you need to get your daughter under control. I understand neglectful, mother, oh, my mom wasn't here for me, so I'm going to basically tell everyone that my mom's probably a murderer. But no, my dad's probably going to get in trouble because I'm just that stupid, and it's going to leave me and my mom alone. Girl, Callie, shut your mouth. Also, Shauna, shut your mouth as well. Misty gave you everything on them cookies of like, here's what you need to do, and she's not listening. She is not listening, and the cops are going to figure it out. But it seems like that one cop just wants information. Like, he doesn't seem like he's moving to make an arrest. Maybe he is just gathering info. I definitely think Jeff, the dad, is going to the one that goes down for all of this, because that seems to be where they're heading with that storyline. As we kind of look at where we're going to go with the modern story, let's go back to the past. Wow, Shauna is a hot mess right now, full on making Jackie a drag queen in there. What are you doing, girl? The makeup, the psychosis. Ty basically walks up in there and says, what are you doing? Like, this is not healthy, but Lottie's trying to kind of defend it. I think there's a place in the middle. Yes, manipulating your dead frozen friend's body is probably not great for your long-term mental health, but I understand what they're trying to do as a therapy. I mean, Shauna did something very bold, very drastic, that really shifted this friend group and ended Jackie's life. So she has some stuff to pay for there. There's also some stuff of the issue is, wow, we need food, and food is a major conversation point in this. What are we going to do? There's bear meat presented, but I love when Jackie's just like, girl, that's not what you're hungry for. Where's my ear? And she's starting to say, hey, Shauna, maybe we should push this angle on everybody else. And that's kind of the big, oh my god moment of this episode. But it's also a weird cathartic moment, but also very gross, because then there's like Coach Ben who's like, I don't want anything to do with this. But yes, they decide to eat Jackie, which, yeah, I mean, I feel like they've been teasing cannibalism since the very first episode of this show, so this isn't shocking to me. I really like this stuff. I mean, like I said, we did get the Ty and Van stuff as well. With the sleepwalking, it's getting worse. We're getting a lot of Shauna's mental health, but the big talking point, also that little love triangle that's brewing. But again, the main thing is, wow, they eat Jackie, and they're okay with it. Like, there's this weird fantasy where they're all kind of like, indulging in it, and honestly, you need to eat. And I don't know, I'm gonna give y'all permission. If anyone is my friend here and I die of natural causes in the woods, y'all can eat me. I'm saying it. I'm just giving you the offer. Don't feel bad. Don't be like Coach Ben, who's just running away from the cannibal girls. Like, yeah, bro, that's gonna be you one day. Because where is he in the present story? Because he's about to get ate for sure. That leg's going to need to go. Maybe they'll eat the leg first. I do not know, but almost called him Uncle Ben. He about to die like Uncle Ben. But yeah, no, truly, Coach Ben, you need to get up on the cannibal thing, because one, you need to eat, and two, these girls are going to turn on you. You remember what happened when they got all drugged up? They're going to do that to you again. Oh my goodness, what a strong ending of this episode. Again, I liked where we are in the story. I really want more of the flashbacks, but the modern day story is ramping up a bit better. Alright everyone, that is it for my review of Yellowjackets Season 2, Episode 2. Edible Complex was a pretty strong episode, not my favorite I've ever seen. I think the premiere was a very strong episode, but this one had a lot for me to enjoy. There's a lot in here, again, to sink my teeth into. I can't wait for next week. This is one that every week I get forward to. I look forward to watching it. It's a good story with good characters, good insanity. This is a must-watch show, and I like this episode. What did you all think of this episode? What do you guys think of Yellowjackets Season 2 so far? What's your favorite moments? What are you looking forward to the most? Share your comments down share your feelings down in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. All right, let's talk about Yellowjackets down below.